sometimes things can be harder than they are for other people, but I think I've really been met with a lot of understanding around that. And I think that I would get a little bit lost in a larger school, whereas here I really feel like encouraged to try to like be the change that I want to see instead of it being seen as an inconvenience. We have a community like morning meeting every day where like one of the things we can do is just like share with each other like something that happened last night or on our weekend or like something that's been on our mind. And I've really appreciated having kind of that supportive group of people. I really love to learn, and I feel like at Westmont I'm not just doing things like for a mark, or I'm not just doing things so that I can pass a test and forget about it. I feel like I really remember the things that I learn, and the teachers do a really good job of trying to like get us like into applied like scenarios and like a lot of hands-on stuff as well, which is a lot more engaging than just sitting in a desk all day. It's really kind of instilled a love of learning and not only like knowing things, but also the process of coming to know those things. I feel like there's more of an emphasis on like community, but I also feel like at the same time the student like self-advocacy and like independence is also highly encouraged, and it makes for a really unique balance. Like definitely like the staff and the teachers and the faculty really encourage that as well, and you kind of get support with that instead of having to figure out how to do that kind of thing on your own. Getting like a little bit of like not super hardcore involvement, but like a little push from your teachers can really help propel you. I would say, I think that they would probably be like trustworthy, and the school is quite academically rigorous, I will say. So they'd probably be quite driven. I don't know if responsible is probably a good word actually. Like someone who holds themselves accountable for what they're doing. And another one would be just someone who's really curious, and they would probably be very like outdoorsy and like hands-on and that sort of sense, like not only with their learning but with that attitude as well. The kids just really understand each other, and maybe not like everything about each other, like everyone's deepest darkest secrets. I don't mean anything like that, but like something that I've noticed with the Westmont students is there is like it's really just okay to be whoever you are, and I think that like we do a really good job of like a lot of that community comes from just acknowledgement of each other and just acceptance without any conditions. The focus on whole person education seems to not only be a Montessori value, but a big Westmont value as well. I think we not only do like the main curricular subjects, but we have things like middle school, there's like personal reflection, which is they're given like a list of question prompts. They're almost like journaling prompts, and the goal is kind of to like understand yourself a little bit better, which I think is good, especially for that developmental level. In a high school, we get Montessori self-construction, which changes from grade to grade. There's a grade 9 course on personal and social responsibility and that sort of thing. And there's not only a focus on you as a learner and you as an academic person, but how you kind of fit into this world. And I think that if I hadn't had that, I would not be as like confident or know myself as well as I do today. And honestly, I'm like still learning a lot of this stuff. I don't think it's ever going to end. And I think that fact that Westmont values like their students as people and not just as kind of like reflections of their school is really meaningful. From what I've seen throughout my experience, the kids who kind of choose to stay, especially for later years, are definitely like a little bit more unique and just really like benefit from that kind of blanket acceptance. Obviously, there is still a lot of diversity, something that holds up the school. It was really nice to have a group of people who believed in me and saw like the best in me. I've struggled with anxiety for a lot of my life, and that kind of results in like sometimes like a lot of self-doubt, and that's been really meaningful that I've been able to have that kind of support. I think that that's like kind of slowly built my confidence over the years, and I've done things that I didn't think I would be able to do at kind of different points in my school. As the first graduate, I've been a guinea pig, so to speak, in a lot of scenarios. So I feel like with the high school program that they're launching next year for like fall of 2022, it's going to start being a lot more consistent. The school program has undergone a lot of changes as I've been in high school, because the first year that the school actually had a high school program, I was in grade 9. So I've kind of been with it all the way, and I think I really would have benefited from something a little bit more like consistent. It hasn't been super detrimental. It's just been a little bit like maybe overwhelming is the right word. Maybe this speaks to more of how like I've changed as a person, but I think I used to kind of see a lot of it through rose-colored glasses a lot more. I think I used to romanticize like things like the like community aspect a lot more, and things like the like rigorous like learning a lot more as well. And I still like these are things that I would not change about the school. I think they are really effective, and I'm really glad that the school is the way it is. But I will say that going with that, there are going to be like the downsides that go along with those really positive things. For example, with having a really close school community, you are around the same people all the time, and it can be difficult to kind of break away from that when you're in school. Like there's going to be like conflict within students, because that's just how teenagers are. So it can be kind of a little bit more challenging in that sense, but again, like you're also given the tools to like work that out. together. So there's ways to deal with it, but it is something important to note. And then, like any school that's academically rigorous, the workload can be stressful, and the teachers are really great at like, as long as like you talk to them about that. In my experience, they've been kind of good at helping you kind of manage your work, and they're really like considerate about if anything's going on in your personal life as well. But you do have to go into it knowing that it is academically rigorous, and depending on how like serious you are about it, like that stress can take a toll on you. And I think my perspective changed because I kind of used to brush those things under the rug and pretend they didn't exist, whereas now I'm like, this is just a part of the whole school as it is, and it's we can't have these other really great aspects without having some caveat to that. It's definitely like teaching them not only like what to learn, but like how to learn. And it doesn't really matter like what like post-secondary or career they choose to go into after high school. When they have those like basic skills of learning. Another reason I would recommend it is, again, I love to emphasize the community aspect here. Especially if your child kind of struggles with like finding their group or their like the community that they really fit into at another school, it's kind of a built-in to the program here at Westmont. And then so if you have a child who like struggles with sitting all day, or like maybe the learning their learning style is a little bit different than what their previous school offered, Westmont can be super accommodating with that. I would say don't be afraid to, I mean, obviously it can be very daunting, but you're going to enjoy yourself the most if you just stay as true to yourself as possible. And I know that part of being a teenager is not knowing who you are at all and trying to figure that out. But I've never felt like I've had to change parts of who I am to be around my classmates, and you can like you can trust people, and obviously express your identity on your own terms. It is quite an accepting space, and also be prepared for the academics to be sometimes they can be challenging, sometimes it can be a lot to handle. Yes, there is support, and you'll definitely learn a lot of skills about like how to manage it. Like they're not just going to throw you into the deep end and say good luck, but just do know that it is a more academically rigorous program than I would say like most public schools. With the like closer knit community, I know it's like kind of easy to wonder like, hey, will my kid like actually get like the social interaction that like they need here? And for me, socially, the school has really benefited me. Obviously, it depends on your kid. If your kid like is really passionate about going to a school with like thousands of kids, then that's probably a better option for them in that case. But I would say that yes, it is definitely possible for your kids to get their social needs met at this school. It just might not look like more of a conventional system.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.